It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gehrman joins the hunt.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? NoisiBoi here, and welcome back to the channel. And this will be it, guys. This will be the finale. We're going to go take on Gehrman, the first hunter, and the moon presence in this video. But before we get started, guys, remember, if you have loved this series so far, remember to like my shit, subscribe to my shit, and if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, because I love to hear your feedback and your comments in the comment section below. Now, does anyone smell that burning? Because I smell something burning. Off camera, guys, what I actually did was I leveled up about 13 levels. As you can see, I'm level 110 now. And I pumped all of that into endurance so we can get more dodging and more attacking as well. Also, what I did was put my Gehrman at a +9, then brought myself another blood rock to make it +10, so I have a +10 Gehrman that's doing 716 damage. Pretty awesome stuff. But before we get started, I'll just go through my gear and all my other stuff as well. So we are main weaponing the Logarius Wheel +10, if you haven't realized that already. I've got my blood gen effects, which is a physical attack up +22.3%, but I've also got increased stamina cost by 2.9. My other slot is a physical attack up +22 as well, with the weapon durability down -58.5, which isn't too bad though, because the Logarius Wheel, I think I've mentioned in the past, is the highest durability of any weapon in the game, so it actually doesn't really affect it too much. And for the final gem, the best one I could get so far was physical attack up +21.5%, with also an increased cost to stamina by 2.9%. And that's pretty much my weapon and why I've got such a high attack. Obviously with the Gehrman as well, doing 716 damage, and of course I just had to use whatever else I had, but it did give it a massive boost. Also with my cannon +10 as well, doing a whopping 607 damage. Man, as you can see, having a strength build is just crazy. We'll go through my gear as well, which I am putting on my head, the Gascoigne cap, which is probably my favorite one, the old hunter's garb with the old hunter's gloves and the old hunter's trousers. And as you might be able to tell, the old hunter's gear is my favorite gear in this game, which we have acquired. And also with my ability weapons is the beast blood pellet and the bone marrow ash. So as you can see, all round strength build, it does some major damage, man. Also, since we're gonna go fight her, let's go.
At the foot of the great tree. Go on, good hunter. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
And I wanted to just one more chat to the doll before we go, because this will be the last time we'll see her in New Gleam. She's served well. A lot of lore behind her as well, if you haven't realized, being Lady Maria reincarnated as well, since Gehrman had such a fondness for Lady Maria. But again, like I said before, you'd think we'd have to go on some big massive quest to go and fight this boss, but he's actually just over the fence. And as you can see, the fields, petal fields. This old Gehrman right here. I might want to just chuck on my binoculars just so you can have a quick look at him. And since we've done the DLC and slain Murgo's wet nurse, he is actually awakened from the dream that has just kept him incapacitated for so long. But he just pretty much all of his nightmares have ended, and now he's back.
Good hunter,
Let's
you've
listen.
done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy.
Now you have to make a choice here, guys.
Die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun.
That is one choice.
You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
Or you can refuse. Now if you submit your life, you will finish the game right here, right now, but you will be killed by him, but we shall refuse to go down without a fight.
Dear,
But,
dear,
but,
what was it? The hunt, the blood, or the horrible dream?
Enter Gehrman,
It doesn't matter.
the first hunter. It's like a samurai battle's about to go down.
It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes.
Boom. Him and his scythe and his blunderbuss. Now he is actually...
Gehrman joins the hunt.
Now he is not that hard, guys, to be totally honest. You can just parry for days. You just have to watch out. Watch for certain abilities, actually. I find that getting an visceral after that is the best, because once he charges it up and swings like this. Wait. Wait. He pretty much does an attack straight after it, so once he swings and brings it back, I tend to shoot. Just a lot easier. But you just gotta bait in the attack, that's all. Just like that. Slow it down if you have to rewind it, go back and slow it down, you'll actually get to see. And he does it a lot too, which is actually quite crazy. Makes this fight really easy. I've actually got visceral attacks regain 200 health as well, so every time I'm doing this, I'm gaining health back, so it's a good little structure, a good little setup as well. Because as you can see, we've got him past half health already. Now when he does this, you can attack him, but you can't attack him when he goes into his third phase. When he does his little yelling thing, so be careful of that. This one here. Now he's going to go into super speed almost, but now that he's in scythe mode, or scythe mode, yeah, we can just keep punishing him. As you can see, we're not doing too bad. Now this one I suggest just backing off. If you can, I think you can get under him, but you have to be directly under him actually for it to be effective, so I'll try and get under. Oh, not that time. But like I said, he can change this fight in the flick of his wrist, so be very careful. Oh, caught me. Caught me again. Now this one is a little bit more tricky. You just gotta wait for his arm to raise. And once his arm rises, that's when you shoot him. So I'll try and get one in if I'll have time. He's almost dead. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, he's gone back to scythe mode, damn it. There you go. Oh, damn. And we get the old hunter's badge for doing that. See, not too bad. Now, that's actually the true fight, but this is the great one that got summoned and has been causing all this shit. Now he seeks another vessel to be his champion. Obviously you. But if you have eaten all the umbilical cords, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Alright, now he might be, depending on how you are, he might be a little bit harder. Oh damn it, missed him. trying to get him with the... You sneaky bastard. Gotta watch out for that little hit there. I find just letting him come to you is a lot easier. Only because he can just dodge off to his right and then make your way straight to his tail. Watch out for this part here too. He does actually go into a bit of a stun phase here, so be careful of that. But you can actually stun him as well while he's in that mode. I just dodge off to the right and then try to get him in the tail. Ooh. Just be aware you gotta dodge because he pretty much reacts pretty quickly. He hits you with that ability again, but as you can see, get him in the head. Time to finish you, man. He does not like those viscerals. Boom! The power of the wheel is victorious once again. And that is the true Nightmare Slain, and you get a shit ton of souls for that one too. And we are into cutscene area.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
So you might be thinking, what the hell? Who the hell is that? Well, since defeating the Moon Presence, you have become a great one yourself. The great one, actually. Which has probably been your destiny since the beginning of this game. Well, anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this game, but I want to give you guys a little bit of a review into this game. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, I am a massive Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Soulsborne fan for a long time. And I have played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Dark Souls 1 Remastered, the Prepare to Die versions, the Scholar of the First Sins. But Bloodborne is probably my favourite out of all the Soulsborne games so far. Unless they make a Bloodborne 2 or something like that, we'll see how we go. But or if something else comes out, like Sakaro's coming out and stuff like that, Neo 2. But so far, all of those games, out of all of them combined, this one just nudges for just that little bit more. I think it's the, you know, the Heartcroft stuff implemented in the game and the story. So, but I think what I might do is just give it a quick review. We'll start with the DLC, the Old Hunters, Bloodborne, the Old Hunters. Great boss levels, chained in stories are very good. The bosses were all had unique ways to fight them, and they were hard. Probably not all of them, but if I had to say who was the hardest in the DLC, I'd have to say Lawrence probably. Maybe Lady Maria. It's hard for me because I tend to excel better at bigger bosses than I do with smaller individual bosses like Lady Maria. But once I found out Lady Maria's found out her moveset, she became a lot easier, whereas Lawrence was still pretty damn hard. I have fought them both individually and beat them both by myself and with groups and friends and blah blah blah, but probably Lawrence would probably just nudge out Lady Maria for me. But to say who my favourite boss is definitely Lady Maria. Her area to fight in, the way she looks, the way she talks, her voice actor was just great. Obviously the voice of the doll is obviously the same voice, so great DLC all in all. It definitely separated the boys from the men in the DLC, but all in all a great DLC, great weapons. Oh my god, I could go on all day about it, but to be honest, the DLC was very good. I just loved it so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Now we have to go with the vanilla game. Same kind of thing. It all kind of, I think that's the thing I liked about Dark Souls 1 as well, is that all the levels kind of chained in and they intertwined together so easily. That Bloodborne, probably not as good when it came to interlocking all the levels, but just the art, the graphics, the design of the levels, bosses, monsters, enemies, excuse me, far superior than Dark Souls. But yeah, the vanilla game itself, bosses, combat, graphics, the score, probably the best, in my opinion. Combat, we'll talk a bit about combat. As you can see, there was not really a shield to use in this, well there was, but parrying was timing with weapons, and that was good. I found that really refreshing compared to the Souls games where it was all shields and stuff like that to parry and riposte, and this one is visceral, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. A very, very short series by my standards. I can't even remember how many videos. I think it was 20. I can't even remember, excuse me. But yeah, all in all, a very short series. If you watched my very first walkthrough of this game, I think I did like near 50 episodes. But yeah, guys, great game nonetheless, and I really recommend anyone who hasn't played this game before to definitely play it. It is very hard, but once you get through it, you just start destroying enemies and bosses. It's so satisfying. But anyway, guys, I'll stop jabbering on and leave you guys to it. So anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this series so far. Remember, if you did, remember to like my shit, subscribe to my shit. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, because I'd love to hear your feedback and your comments in the comments section below. I am your host, NoisiBoi. Thanks for coming on by. Excuse me. And as always, guys, stay noisy.